What's up, guys? Student Survival here, coming at you this week with our Preps of the Week video. We have a good assortment of different items here today. Some weeks, like we said, we'll be able to show more than others or get more than others, but this time around we got some good stuff to show you. Let's get right into it.
Alright guys, today's video is going to have to come at you live from the kitchen floor. We've got some terrible stormy weather outside, and we just wanted to get this video up, so we're going to work with what we got. A few items to go over today. Starting off with what I'm most excited about. If any of you guys seen our Sling Pack review video last week, there was a short clip in there of basically a dog attack where a full-grown German Shepherd tried to have me for lunch, and neither me or the dog was hurt, but it was a very close call, and I almost had to deploy my Fox spray. So we picked up another can of that. The only reason I didn't spray the dog last week is because there was some small children that came from the home where the dog did, and I didn't want the wind to blow the spray in their direction, or I didn't want to spray the dog and then have them touch the dog. So I used as much restraint as I could, and I did not spray the dog, though at times I was scared. And this went on for probably 7 to 10 minutes of this lady trying to control this dog while it was wearing a shock collar and about a block from its own yard. So you know, there may come a time where you know, your safety, or your, God forbid, I didn't have my young son with me, but this defense spray is a good thing to have. So I went ahead and picked up some of these Sudicon wipes. These are like a wet wipe, and this is the only thing that will relieve the burn and help to get that spray off your skin, or your clothing, or any gear, or anything that comes in contact with any mace, pepper spray, CS, or anything like that. You want these wipes. So we picked up some of those. Like I said, another can of the spray. And down here we have the Cold Steel Shambach. This is the shorter version. I believe it's 42 inch. We actually picked up a couple of them, and we have the longer one as well, but this is the 42 inch. And I sure wish I would have had this with me for that dog. If you guys are not familiar with the Shambach, check it out. We're going to do a separate video review on these at another time, but we did just get a couple of them, so we wanted to throw one in the video. We also have some Mountain House breakfast skillet and biscuits and gravy. We try to sample as much Mountain House or any other freeze-dried foods as we can, and try to, you know, have the kids taste test them as well, so we know what's good and what's not. One thing with these Preps of the Week videos, not everything you see in these videos are going to be, you know, packed up and stored for an apocalypse or the end of the world type thing. A lot of this stuff we do like to store and have on hand, but a lot of this stuff we're going to use, you know, in everyday life, or you know, throughout a season. Some of these items are geared more towards fishing. Just picked up the fishing license for the year. That's something we like to do. So we just have a fishing license holder here, a little 60-inch tape measure, a couple mosquito head nets. If you guys have ever been in a bug infested area, you know, for something like $2, this thing's worth its weight in gold. And nowadays with the Zika and you know, the different diseases the mosquitoes carry, you know, not to mention the ticks, invest in that, guys. $2, come on. Up here we have a bug repellent kit. It came with the the smaller can, which will go right in the fishing bag, camp fogger, to, like, you know, do like a whole campsite or whatever, and also a citronella candle. So that was a 3-pack. That was like 9 something at Walmart, and that stuff that will definitely get used, you know, depending on your area. And we have problems with insects here, ticks as well as mosquitoes, and you're going to spend much time outdoors, prepare for the bugs. Next to that, we picked up a couple of these little Coleman first aid tins. They're kits. This one's a 74-piece kit. Says personal survival kit. This one's a family first aid kit, 82-piece. Now, anytime you buy these pre-made kits, you're going to want to tailor them to your needs. And I basically got these for the tins themselves. Everybody likes their Altoid survival kits and their little tins, and we do as well. And these ones are a little bigger, so I thought we could fit a little more in them. So we'll do a separate review when we open these and show just what is in them, in case anybody's interested. But we bought these basically for the tins, so we can stock our own items in them, and for like an EDC or a bag or a glove box or something like that. Besides there, we have just 2 regular Bic lighters. I purposely bought red. No need to be tactical if you're trying to start a fire that's going to be seen anyway. So I got red in case they were to fall on the ground. If you're on the riverbank or in the woods or something, you know, there's a chance of losing your lighter. So if you had black or green or something, really wouldn't make a lot of sense. Here we have just a couple little safety lights, 3 settings: solid red, solid green, and blinking red. These were like $3 a piece at Rural King, if any of you guys are familiar. But I thought these were good items. Just throw them in the glove box or a toolbox, truck box, something like that. Just have a basic pack of black zip ties that's going to go in, you know, in one of these smaller survival tins. Picked up a Dude wipes, just like a baby wipe, only without the sweet flower scent. You guys are spending any time outdoors, nature calls. You might have to clean yourself up, you might have to wipe yourself, even if you just want to clean your hands before you eat, or if you got young kids, you know, messes do happen. So keep some wipes on hand. Picked up a Shoreline Marine whistle. This is going in my son's go bag. And also there's certain areas where we fish, especially night fish, that he wears a life preserver. And you know, I usually crack a glow stick and attach that to the life preserver, and this whistle would go hand in hand. And you know, if there's any chance of my child getting separated from me, and I purposely bought a Marine whistle, good and loud, because I want to be able to hear it. So if he panics and starts wailing on this thing, hopefully me or somebody is going to hear it and come running. Also picked up some Shoreline Marine tape. Now this is just electrical tape, 3 different colors. You got black, red, and green. It was like $2 for the 3-pack, but being that it is Shoreline Marine, I'm hoping it's you know, used to being around moisture, and may hold up better than just your dollar store electrical tape. Also have a couple Lansky sharpeners. We've got the Lansky Puck, 2-sided, double grit, and the Lansky Tactical Sharpening Diamond Rod. And get these opened up and probably show those in a separate video as well. The Puck is great for axes, tomahawks, yard tools, anything like that. And this one here for your knives. You can sharpen other things with it. Good for tool maintenance. Good to have stuff like that on hand.
Alright guys, and last on the list here, I went ahead and purchased one of these Legacy food storage buckets. Personally, I ended up getting this 30-day for one person, 60 serving gluten-free entree bucket. That's just my personal choice. This cost me about 180 bucks, I want to say, from their website. As you can see in our other video, we're working on some taste test videos, and so far these are pretty good. But this one comes with 2 enchilada beans and rice entrees, 2 cheese and broccoli bake, 2 creamy a la king, 1 cheese and broccoli soup, 1 creamy potato soup, 1 creamy vegetable and rice soup, 1 cheesy potato soup, 1 spicy corn chowder soup, 2 classic chili mixes, and 2 white bean chili mixes. These are non-GMO. Like I said, this one's a gluten-free bucket. They have different options, and you know, your own needs or your own business. So prepare adequately. But like I said, this was quite an expensive prep. But this is definitely something that hopefully I never need. But I'm glad that I got it, and we're going to be doing some reviews on how this stuff tastes, and we'll see how that goes. And on that note, one last honorable mention is picked up a couple more of these little fire extinguishers. I know we've already talked about this in our previous cooking video, but you can never have enough of these. This is just a small teeny one that I've actually purchased here for in the kitchen. I'm here, you know, a lot of the time, but if I'm not, I want my family members to be able to, you know, take care of themselves in the event of a fire. This was like 12 bucks or 15 bucks at Lowe's, and I got a couple of these to make sure they were new and prepared to be able to be used if need be. And I got this one for the kitchen. I have another one for, you know, a couple other spots around the house. But this is something that I forgot, and I just happened to be looking around and seeing this on the counter over here, and figured I'd throw this in because this is important to have things like this, and this is what we live to keep ourselves safe.
Just want to reiterate, guys, you know, when you hear the term survival, that doesn't have to apply, you know, to an apocalypse or the end of the world or some kind of catastrophic event or being shipwrecked on some desert island, or, you know, that stuff does happen, and, you know, especially in the books and movies and even in real life. But actual survival, you know, you have to survive every day. And if you can't even stay safe in your own home, you know, and that's where the fire extinguishers and some of these items come into play, you know, just like the mace or a defense item. You know, everyday life is survival. So first aid, fire control, all those items, you know, think about it. It's not just stuff, you know, to save for the end of times. Survival is every day, so plan accordingly, and get what you can when you can. Sometimes you gotta buy budget, and sometimes you can spend the real money. So just do what you can, and good luck.
Alright everyone, thanks for tuning in to our next Preps of the Week video. We will have some more content up besides just these Preps of the Week. So we'll see you in the next one.